Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodaloo, 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 doo. Subscribe.
11. What do we got?
Love
December 11th.
Actually.
Love Actually. All right. Wait a second.
What?
I just learned. So, wait, this was Bad Santa.
No, up here.
Or, Bad Santa. Right. This was Bad Santa. This was Elf. All three of these movies came out the same year.
Oh.
That's amazing.
See what?
Yep.
Love Actually.
You'll find that love actually is all around.
So there was a time where this movie was, I don't know, sort of getting trashed online. People weren't liking it. There was blowback or something. I don't know. It just kind of seemed like people loved this movie. People liked it. I was one of them. And then it eventually got to a point online where it was not well received, not well loved. I don't know. It just kind of became a punching bag, a target, all of those things. And I could never, I don't know, I didn't like do a deep dive or anything into figuring out why, but I feel like that's kind of settled a little bit. I'm not hearing it as much. I'm not hearing the opposite either, like people praising this and loving it and thinking it's one of the best, except for the people who I already know like it a lot. So, I don't know, I'm wondering if that's calmed down because people have just calmed down about the movie. They are, okay with it now. Or if time is passing so much so that it's just not being considered anymore in any capacity. I don't know. One thing, though, that I guess I remember, I wasn't, again, I didn't do like a deep dive as to why people didn't like this movie, but I remember people not liking what Andrew Lincoln does to Kiera Knightly's character, where, he comes up with the signs and everything and then basically expresses his love. And I don't know, I think people were saying that was kind of like a jerk move, a terrible thing to do. That's your friend's wife, and why would you put that on her and everything. But the thing is, earlier in the movie, she discovered that he was incredibly in love with her, obsessed with her, stalker like even. But he had to, hold that in because she was marrying his best friend, and she, discovered this through wedding footage that he was filming, and she, was able to look at it, and she saw that all the footage was of her. So she discovered that the reason, and she was suspecting, like, hey, why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why are you so distant? I married your best friend. You have to be my friend too. This is how this works. And, I don't want you to lose your best friend because you don't like me. So she's thinking he doesn't like me, when in reality, he's in love with her, right? And she figures that out from watching the video. And when he comes over with the signs, when he's acting like he's a caroler, her husband is in the living room watching TV. She is at the door, and he's being silent, but he's holding up these signs expressing how he feels. But one of those signs says, "without hope or agenda," which I think is very important because he's not there with any hope or agenda. He's not trying to win her or anything. He just knows that she knows he's in love with her. So rather than make the future completely awkward between the three of them, to where he maybe loses his best friend, or anytime they are together, it's extremely just uncomfortable. He's like, maybe if I just put it all out there, let her know I'm not expecting anything, and this is just how I feel, we can interact with one another in a normal way. She'll know, I'll know, but at the same time, we know it's not going to go anywhere, right? And I feel like that's his thinking there. And I don't think he's like putting a load on her. Putting a, what's another thing I could say? Putting a heavy weight on her because he Be- Yeah, because she figured it out that he, she figured it out that he loved her, and she's going to be uncomfortable. She needs to know the gravity of the situation and know that he has no hope, he has no agenda. He's going to stay in this friendship but not approach her in any sort of way, even though he has feelings for her. And I think he needed to tell her that, and she needed to know that. So he's not like laying heavy information. He's laying heavy information on her, but he's not like, I don't know, overbearing her in any way. I feel like he's sort of clearing the air, really, so that they aren't going to have uncomfortable moments. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it was a good thing that happened. And I think if you look at it from a surface level, extremely surface level, it's like, aw, isn't this cute? A little deeper, it's like, wait a second, this isn't good. But then even deeper, it's like, this was necessary, you know? That sort of thing. I think there are three ways to look at it. Extremely sentimental, which is surface level. A little below that crust. Problematic, maybe. But then necessary when you get to the core of it. And, you know, she goes over and kisses him. And I think maybe she was... That meant a lot of things, like, here, I'm going to give you what you want, I guess. You know, that was... But also hey, that was really thoughtful. I appreciate you doing that. I'm glad that we will be able to remain friends and you will be able to remain best friends with your best friend. By doing that, things aren't going to be awkward because we both know where we stand and things aren't going to go anywhere and we both know it. So I think that was nice. And then at the end he says, enough. Enough. And those words, I just feel a weight was taken off of his shoulders. He's feeling free. He can still feel that love inside, but not feel tormented by it, not feel awkward when he's around them. And I don't know, to me it works out. So I don't know. Maybe there's a deeper layer that I'm missing that makes that scene even more problematic than maybe, I guess I've read online, but I think when you get to the core of it, the base of it, the stem of it, it is all the root of it. It's a necessary action for him to take. So, yeah. I don't know. What do you think? We've celebrated this movie quite a bit, probably since we started doing an advent calendar. I don't think I have very many pictures to show just because we had a classic photo that we just kind of kept using every year whenever we would tell our friends that we were watching this movie on social media. So take a look at those images now. Now that you've seen those, how about you check out what my kids got in their advent calendars this morning?
So here, you gotta kind of push it in. There we go.
What do we got here?
What'd you get? Whoops.
Who's in there? Whoopsies.
Who's that?
Donald.
Donald, your daddy?
Donald, can I see? I want to take a picture.
Cool.
Donald. Oh, wait, no, that's Scrooge McDuck.
You got Scrooge.
Wow, that's awesome. Here you go.
Let me see. There we go. Sorry. Okay.
What are you getting? Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
Rapunzel. That'll go with your
Awesome.
Mother Gothel.
Yeah, you got a Mother Gothel
Oh,
and a Rapunzel.
Yeah.
And now that you've seen that, perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.